Judge Motsamai Makume has questioned the timing of the legal application to interdict the ANC Gauteng elective conference. An Ekurhuleni Region member has approached the court on an urgent basis to block the Congress from continuing. In court papers filed today, Jabulani Sithole wants the ANC National Executive Committee's resolution to be set aside. For the latest on this, let's cross now to our reporter, Mbali Thethani. Mbali, as we await the court outcome challenging this conference, what's the latest happening there?
Well, you're certainly right, and of course we have seen that court challenge which has been brought forward by one of the ANC's members from the Ekurhuleni region. Of course, the issue being around those 5 branches and those 19 quarantine votes, and of course wanting, the PEC and of course the decision taken by the PEC and the NEC to be nullified, indeed halting this conference from going ahead. But I must tell you, Tlantla, that this conference is certainly going ahead. We just know that delegates have just stepped out of their sessions, and of course there's still the issue around this conference moving forward. We know that they've been in these locked or closed behind, they've been in these meetings for at least from 6 o'clock this evening. But at the same time, in Tlantla, one thing that continues to be an issue is the issue around the credentials. We know that they have not been able to adopt those credentials. But just to give us a bit more insight in terms of what's happening behind closed doors in Tlantla, it is Mbali who's joining us, who is a PEC member. When this conference started, we were told that things will start early. It is indeed the 3rd day. Tomorrow is the last day. You're still dealing with credentials. Why do you find yourself here as the ANC in Gauteng?
No, ideally, credentials are make or break. Actually they make the conference. And I think they become very emotive. And it's an important process that we need to make sure that credentials are cleaned up. And those who are supposed to be in conference are in conference, and those who are outside who are not supposed to be in conference, they must be outside. And I think that the conference in itself, I think we are going to complete our business of the conference. We're going to elect, we're going to go to commissions, and we're going to have a strategy that we're going to come up with, particularly that is aiming towards winning back Gauteng in 2024.
Bandile, the issue around Ekurhuleni seems to be a very contentious issue, especially for this conference. We know that there is currently court action that's currently being heard at the Johannesburg High Court. It is also something that's been actually being dealt with behind closed doors. We are indeed hearing that some want those credentials, or rather those 19 quarantine votes, to be opened. Some want them to remain closed. You're still dealing with the Ekurhuleni matter as the ANC in Gauteng.
No, I think we need to separate the two because they're not the same. Of course, it's the same processes of election, but there is already a decision made which the NEC took about Ekurhuleni, and I think as the Gauteng PC, we are following on it.
What else can we expect tonight? We still know that there's the organizational report still outstanding, treasurer's report still outstanding. Do you think that you'll be able to get done with the business of the day?
Yeah, like I've said, that rest assured that the conference will be completed. Every item on the agenda and the program will be dealt with, and the organizational report will be received tonight, and the financial report, and most probably we will then do the nominations for office bearers, and thereafter commissions will commence early on in the morning whilst the voting is commencing.
Right, thank you very much. Of course, that is Mbali there in Tlantla. One thing I must note and just tell you about is the issues around, when it comes to the Ekurhuleni matter, still a contentious issue, and it's something that has been debated and it's been taking hours. Some of the delegates who are attending this conference in Tlantla want those 19 quarantine votes to be opened. Some of the other delegates don't want those quarantine votes they want them to remain as quarantine votes and to be closed. So it will be something quite interesting to see whether it does go ahead. You heard it there from Mbali say that they will get done with the business of the day, but we know that there's still nominations that are yet to take place, as well as the organizational report and the treasurer's report. But we also know that court has just gotten back to session. Let's